Hello there guys, this is the Prussian Prince Winner Rome 2 tournament match. This is going to be round 1 of Blues tournament again. Battle on Rugion, match between Philopator of Sith Clan playing as Royal Scythia and Horatius of DGR controlling the Nervii army. Gonna put it on slow motion actually, or should I? No, because it's Royal Scythia's on the field, so this is probably gonna take a long time. Anyway. Time to go over the builds for Horatius, who's playing as Nervii again. He's got up front 2 Levy Freemen, and probably a lot more Levy Freemen as well. Actually, no, he didn't bring so many Levy Freemen. No, he brought 2 Levy Freemen and a lot of Spear Brothers. 1, 2, hang on. So many Spear Brothers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Spear Brothers. Wow, that is an interesting choice. These guys do have cavalry counter tactics though, so not a bad choice at all actually. Then we see a lot of Celtic Slingers. Wow, we see 3, 4, 5 Celtic Slingers. This is pretty cool to see. Then we have 4 Mighty Horse as well. And only 3 sword units, interestingly enough. 2 Old Sworns and his, of course, his Old Sworn General. He is not a strategist though, he's a commander, and I guess he doesn't really need to be strategist against Royal Scythia. Anyways, this is a good choice, commander against nomad factions. Now I'm gonna go over the Royal Scythian build. So Royal Scythia seems to have 6 Scythian noblewomen. This is a very good choice by Royal Scythia. As these I was gonna call them guys, but these women actually have 150 range and 40 missile damage, so they're really strong actually. As a Scythian Royal Horse General, Warrior, interestingly enough, 2-step Noble Lancers. Then we have a Scythian Royal Horse here with 2-step Noble Lancers as for his far left flank. It's like a similar contingent here, Scythian Royal Horse and 2-step Noble Lancers. So that is the Royal Scythian build, but if Nervii were to camp in here, nothing Royal Scythia could do actually to face it, because you'd have slingers firing from the forest. They would take very few casualties from the Scythian noblewomen, and you couldn't really get close to the Nervii army. And even if you were to fire at anything that the Nervii has in the forest, Nervii units would take so few casualties that you'd run out of missiles. So basically, the best counter right now would be to just camp in this little forest with Nervii and win the game, basically. But I'm not sure if that's within the rules. It's also fairly close to the red line, so probably against the rules. Not something that the Nervii could do here. But I do like what he's doing here. He's setting up his Levy Freemen and Spear Brothers over here to do a lot of work against Royal Scythia, but I believe that the reason why he didn't bring more Levy Freemen is so he could have 6 Spear Brothers. Because with the rules of this tournament, you can only bring max 8 of a unit type, which means 8 spears. So you can bring, so that is why he can only bring 6 Spear Brothers and 2 Levy Freemen. Because he would obviously bring more Levy Freemen, right? They would just do too well in order not to bring them. But the Spear Brothers are a good choice as well because, again, cavalry counter tactics, they will destroy any cavalry unit and in melee, basically. In prolonged melee, that is. So the Spear Brothers here are going to take some damage from the Scythian noblewomen. Scythian noblewomen are actually starting to get kills, but some kills on Celtic Slingers, damaging the HP of Spear Brothers and Levy Freemen. Significant amount of kills on the Spear Brothers actually, well, mostly in terms of HP damage. So, but again, he needs to get the angles onto the Nervii, because at the moment he's just really firing into the front. Oh, rear shots now though, so this was super effective for Royal Scythia. If he can knock the Spear Brothers out of this mix, he will be able to deal well with the Old Sworns just by charging in, pulling out, charging in and out if he has enough units. But another problem for him, though, will be the 4 Mighty Horse that Nervii has on the field, basically, because the Mighty Horse will actually be able to prevent the nomads from charging in and pulling out. So that is why the Mighty Horse are a good choice here. Because let's say, okay, Royal City is like, okay, I see a nice easy charge into the Oathsworn General. Let's do it with Noble Lancers. He charges in. Okay, he does a lot of HP damage to the Oathsworns. Maybe kills a few of them. Then you see this Mighty Horse come in. And now this is when there's an issue for Royal Scythia, because as he pulls out, the Mighty Horse will start killing his own Noble Lancers. So that's why the Mighty Horse are on the field, I suppose. So they can punish charges that Royal Scythia would do. Anyway, I'm just gonna fast forward a little bit here because it doesn't seem like too much is going on. Celtic Slingers are actually gonna be engaging over here, trying to skirmish. Gonna take some damage, but again, baiting volleys here from the Scythian noblewoman is really good, as long as he can get rid of all the volleys, and he still has a ridiculous amount of Celtic Slingers on the field. Oh, here we might have some engagements. No, we do not. Ooh, the Steppe Noble Lancer is taking insane damage. Levy Freeman actually getting some jabs off onto them, so that was really good on the Steppe Noble Lancers. Scythian Noblewoman coming again, but the Celtic Slingers here, very nice position in the forest. They'll be able to do very well. But Nervier is actually, I would suggest him to back up a little bit on his left flank, because that's might actually be able to get his slingers caught here if he isn't careful. But there's a Mighty Horse, so I mean it's a little bit risky, but it shouldn't really have an effect here. Look at these Spear Brothers taking so much damage here. Oof, these guys are down to 88, 97, 78. So basically, charges now by cavalry will be super efficient on this flank. As long as if he can get rid of the spears here and then engage like the Mighty Horse, might be able to do really well, especially with support from Scythian noblewomen. But at the moment we still have 3 Celtic Slingers here. Not sure why we have 3 Celtic Slingers against 3 melee cavalry, because you can see that basically we have 4 Scythian noblewomen here, and he needs to get rid of these 4 Scythian noblewomen. And again, Scythian noblewomen are going to get some nice. Actually, no, he's firing at the shielded side of the Spear Brothers, so not as effective. However, he's gonna get some rear shots now if he tries to shoot, because they're not actually firing. Did they just fire? I heard them firing, but I didn't see any volleys. Strange. So a Scythian noblewoman here. I'm seeing they're firing, but they're not actually firing. This is odd. Okay, finally, there they go. Actually gonna fire straight into the Spear Brothers, so not the most efficient use of ammo. He should really be. I mean, there's nothing keeping him from sending a Scythian noblewoman here or two to get some shots on the right side of the Spear Brothers, right? I don't understand why he's not doing it. And as you can see, Royal Scythia actually coming in here because there aren't enough spears, so it looks like it might actually be something that Philopator is going to take advantage of. Looks like he's preparing to charge in, but the slingers are running away, so he may be able to run away in time. Oh, we have Mighty Horse also might be clipping this Steppe Noble Lancer charge. Ooh, Intimidate and Draco activated, so here come the... Wow, look at the kills on these Noble Lancers, getting an insane amount of kills. Ooh, this is huge. Look at these Levy Freemen, and engagement also starting over here. Charges into the Levy Freemen, huge damage done. Look at these Spear Brothers, the Levy Freemen as well. So again, with charges, Nomads will do very well here. Mighty Horse will end up losing. We also have Scythian Noblewomen that are going to be going in from the rear. This Noble Lancer, yes, it's dying very quickly right now. Actually, but it's got so many kills and it stopped this army from doing too much. As for the Spear, but they gotta get 11 kills, which isn't too bad, but still. I mean, the Scythians have so many troops here. And look, the Mighty Horse are now getting targeted by the Scythian noblewomen. Celtic Slingers will be off the field, and so many Royal Scythian cavalry is still on the field here. Lots of spears taken out for the Arvini, so this could be really bad. This Noble Lancer engagement here, not the best though, to be fair. Spear Brothers crushed those guys, so... some miss micro here by Royal Scythia, but he really did a lot of damage on this flank, that's for certain. And he's basically killed most of the Mighty Horse, whereas he still has a good amount of cavalry left. The Snow Lancer didn't really do too much though, sadly for him. He still has to skirmish a little bit with the Scythian noblewoman, but I did like the attack he did there though on the Celtic slingers, because they were really unprotected, and that was really cool. Again, if not, it maybe not executed properly, but still went pretty well for him. Oh, he has to be careful because there might be jabs onto him. Nope, no javelins thrown here. Again, Scythian noblewoman wasting shots. Actually, no, this time getting rear shots onto the Oathsworn. This is really nice targeting by Philopator, also with precision shots, so they will be doing massive amounts of damage. Scythian Royal Horse charging into these guys here, but this is not a good move by Royal Scythia. Mighty Horse will catch the Scythian Royal Horse, and Oathsworn support is here. So that Scythian Royal Horse will die. He has to do something in order to make it worth it though. Like, he's actually going to charge in with Noble Lancers, which isn't the bad choice, but he has to deal with this one Oathsworn somehow. And Philopator needs to start splitting his cavalry contingent, because it's not really looking too good at the moment. And too much blobbing done here by Royal Scythia as well. I don't like this. He has, I mean, if he wanted to do something, he should have charged in from all angles again. And the Celtic slingers are out of position. We only have one Mighty Horse left, and that's going to be big. Look at the Oathsworn just getting so many kills here. They headhunt and they have Shield Wall. Shield Wall actually not a good choice here, because with Shield Wall they're not able to get the kills that they need to get on onto units that are running away for Royal Scythia. But again, this is a huge mistake. I don't like what Royal Scythia is doing here, blobbing up his charges. He's kind of like making his charges ineffective by blobbing up all these units and charging into the Oathsworn like this. This is exactly what the Oathsworn wants. It's going to get lots of kills, especially with the Spear Brothers. And now as he pulls out, we're going to see the Oathsworn getting more and more and more kills here. These noblewomen are crazy. Look, the Oathsworn up to 72 kills. But I mean, with Shield Wall, again, I'm not sure why he's using Shield Wall, but we do have Royal Scythia charging in here and routing the Celtic slingers. Oathsworn General Heal got 14 kills. Step Noble Lancer charge into the flank. Not into the rear though. Again, some not the best charges by Royal Scythia here, but I feel like it may be enough to rout the Nervi off the field. We're gonna see the Scythian noblewomen here charging into the Celtic slingers as well. Ooh, a nice charge here by the Scythian Royal Horse. Gonna get these Spear Brothers off the field soon. They're losing, but they might end up getting a few kills for their worth. Scythian Royal Horse here, making sure that these Oathsworns are not really being too effective. Can Shield Wall, but a little too late to brace actually. So at this point, he has to click attack orders and take off Shield Wall, I feel, because he's not really gonna be able to do too much damage while if the Royal Scythians pull out. That is for certain. Celtic slingers off the field for Nervi. This Oathsworn is surrounded. Yes, it's a very strong unit, but it's surrounded. Same with this one over here. Yeah, it's getting a lot of kills on the cavalry, but still, this one, General in Shield Wall. I mean, it's not over yet, though, for the Nervi. The Oathsworns might be able to carry him, but if Royal Scythia doesn't properly charge in. But at the moment, Royal Scythia isn't really engaging how I expected it to engage. Again, Shield Wall, but this is not gonna go well. This Shield Wall is a pretty bad Shield Wall. They're gonna get rear charged here, as you can see. That's gonna mean more damage, and this Oathsworn General for the Nervi should be routed off the field. We have Intimidate pop as well, so now they're won't really be able to headhunt, and they're off the field, so this should be game. Royal Scythia actually pulls off a win here, but at the end it looked a little bit scary for him though, to be honest. He wasn't really charging too well. But skirmishing worked really well for him with the Scythian noblewoman. He was able to do so much damage onto the Spear Brothers. Spear Brothers actually got some kills onto the cavalry, but not enough, I feel. Levy Freeman also dying pretty quickly. The Oathsworns are what really did the damage for Nervi here, as expected. The Mighty Horse didn't really do much. Celtic Slingers annoyed Royal Scythia, that's for sure, but still. I really liked how Philopator played this one out, and that is why he got the victory, I suppose. Again, not perfect execution, but the execution was pretty good. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more, don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Share the video, and I'll see you next time.